Oh, thank you.
Looks like you had a blast making it. Is that safe to say?
I did. I was kind of a half and half. It was half a blast and half kind of nerve-wracking because it was my first starring role, and I was a writer and producer on it, and so it was definitely a lot of pressure and a lot of work. But yeah, I mean, there was moments of just laughing nonstop. I mean, it was really fun.
And as the producer and a star and a co-writer on it, now that it's about to finally see the light of day, is it kind of what are the emotions? Are you excited for people to see it? Are you a little nervous to kind of get your baby out there, so to speak?
I'm really excited because at the end of the day, like, we really love the movie. You know what I mean? Me and Sandler, like, we really love it. I'm excited for people to see it, and I'm excited for people to go see it and like, because I feel like it's not what they're going to expect. I think when you see the commercials and you see the trailer, a lot of people are like, oh, okay, it's gonna be that kind of movie, but it's not. Like, I think that there's more of a story there and these characters, and it's more relatable than I think people will think, and I'm excited for people to see that.
And one thing that struck me about it is how much sweetness it has.
Yeah.
There's kind of a sweetness to this film, and was that kind of something important for you guys to make sure that it hit that note?
It was really, really important to us. It was really important to Sandler. We really wanted to do this comedy that was based in the porno world, but not have it be a dick joke for an hour and a half, not have it be, oh, it's just tits, and and I think that's the kind of the preconceived notion is that people go, oh, it's a porno comedy by Happy Madison, it's just gonna be filthy, but it's really, really sweet, and that was really important to us, was making Bucky, even though he looks so crazy, making him accessible and making him a real person. Like, you really, like, the funny thing about that movie is when we would test it, like, girls, like, these people really responded to it because they really, like, felt for this guy. Like, once you get over how crazy he looks, you're like, oh, wait, this is like a fucking real dude.
Yeah. Oh, completely. And once you got in the getup, the hair, the teeth, was it kind of the characterization really come from there? Because that's kind of...
Yeah. I mean, it helps to, like, have, a physical thing that's so thick, you know what I mean, with the teeth and the hair and the sweater and the whole thing. So yeah, it was easy to get into, and also I'm from the Midwest, so that accent is very, very easy for me. I mean, even when I go home today, like back to Minnesota, I revert back to it pretty thick.
Yeah, it's easy to get to the Minnesota.
Yeah, just to draw out the O's, and that was one thing where we didn't want to even say porno, we just wanted Bucky to call them nude movies, like, that was one thing we thought was funny.
And you got to work with someone who's kind of really put his stamp on his work, Don Johnson.
Yeah.
What did it mean to you as a performer to work with him, and how did you find the experience?
It was pretty wild. I mean, it was something that I never thought I would ever work with Don Johnson. You know what I mean? So I was a big Miami Vice fan growing up, and it was cool, man. He came into the film and he was really like, he loved it. He read the script and he was like, oh my God. He's like, me and my wife read this and we're just like, what? This is the craziest thing ever. But he came into it really really serious. I mean, he was very, very into the character. I mean, he was down to what socks the guy wore, what, how he looked, how he acted. Like, he really, like, committed to the role. It was really cool to watch. I mean, I didn't realize how classically trained he was as an actor, but he's, like, got an amazing background and backstory. I mean, he's really great.
And there are times where this movie could really have gone completely out of control. Was there ever kind of a way of holding it back, or is that kind of the key to comedies? Just let yourself go and we'll see what we get.
No, this was really calculated. I mean, from the second we started writing it, we all agreed, and Adam was really adamant about it, was like, just really ground it. Like, we didn't want to be too gross. We didn't want to put people off. Like, we wanted it to be accessible. We wanted, girls to go see it. We didn't want it to just be all tits and, you know what I mean? Like, it was really calculated. It wasn't like, oh, let's just fly and see what happens. It was like, no, like, let's find the tone, get the tone right, and then, we can go from there.
Well, it works on so many levels.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you so much for your time, and all the best with the film.
Of course. Thank you very much,
All right,
man. I'm
take
glad
care.
you dug it.